Today, I want to show you how to make a T-junction in Satisfactory for trains. This will be super helpful if you want to merge lines, or if you want to have your highway split off and go a whole nother direction. You'll be able to do that after this video. Okay, so I've laid out a little bit of a layout here to show you what we're going to be building. And so this is our T-junction that we are going to build. We have two lanes going into another two lanes from the side here. And then somebody in a previous train video had asked if I can cover spurs, which I'm assuming they mean just bringing train stations off of your main highway, because the video that I had shown was a very rudimentary setup of just a solo train line. So if you have a highway, all you have to do is branch off your highway with a second rail line like this, lead it into a train station, and then put the output back into the train line, just like this. But the focus of today is going to be making a T-junction and showing you the whole process. So let's get right into that. Okay, so for a junction, I'm going to assume that you have a rail line that you need to merge into another one. So you're going to have one rail line, and then you're going to have, like, let's say a rail line right here that you want to kind of connect. And so the way I do it here is that I do right-hand drive, and this is all going to be like a little bit mirrored if you do left-hand drive. So we're going to come to the track that we want to merge onto. And because I'm right-hand drive, I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to count in 3 foundations from this line in line with our right-hand drive on our merging line. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and this is where our merging line is going to end right here. So I'm going to grab out a railway here, and we're just going to build this and connect it down here, just like that. And then we're going to come over to our main line, and I'm going to assume that you have just built in long segments, and you're going to have to break some of this up. So we're going to remove these right here. We're also going to remove these. So we are going to use the magic number of 3 by 3 to make a right turn. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I've said this in previous train video, but to do a perfect 90-degree turn, you need a 3 by 3 foundation turn. So you'll see right here, it's diagonal. To connect these two and do a perfect 90-degree, you need 1, 2, 3 like we have here. Then we can connect and it'll work just fine. Perfect 90 degrees and nice and organized. So now we have merged from here, and now we can turn right there. And so we can place our other straight right here. And if we bring our other line to this level 2, we can also do our turn the other way. And this would be right-hand drive to turn onto this other part of the highway here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 right here. We can build back to our connecting point over there, and we can connect here. So now we've done our 2 right turns here. Pretty simple. And we can even connect this line right here. So now it can go, a train can go straight through, or it can come from this side. And so now we need to bring our connecting point again to our intersection right here. And we've already done it on this side, so we can go and build this one straight like that. So now at this point you should be having a straight line that runs through like we did before, but now our train tracks should be resized to the point where our snapping points are good enough to do 2 right-hand turns. But if you notice, if we're driving right-hand side right here, we cannot turn left to then go left and stay on the right-hand drive here. So now we need to do that. So all we have to do is grab our connecting point, the same one that we used before, and we're going to turn left instead of right. So now we should have something like this, and we can do the same on the other track. So instead of going left, we are going to go right. And now any track coming from the right side can turn left. And so now, just like we had before, we have a perfect T-junction. The only thing that we have to add to this is our path and block signals. And I think some people were maybe a little upset in the previous video that I didn't fully expand on the path signals, as it was just a beginner video and I wasn't trying to do anything super in-depth, because that video would have been like an hour plus long. But I will restate here that for a junction or an intersection, you want to have a path signal on the way in and a block signal on the way out. That is the basic of what you need to know. But in reality, the path signal just communicates and checks to see if the path of the train is going to be free, versus a block signal just checking to see if it can go in. But again, this isn't necessarily a deep dive on how trains work, more of the fact of how we make junctions to connect our logistic lines together. because I think a lot of people will be using this a lot. If you're going to use a lot of trains, you're going to need a ton of junctions. You can even do roundabouts in the game and splits and all that stuff and merges. So it's useful to know how to do this. The only downside is I don't think we can blueprint this. So you still have to build them by hand, but once you built them a few times, you should be able to build them really quick. Again, the rule of the 3x3 is super helpful to know. And then if you guys want a more in-depth video on really long curves and how to make a highway system, which we will be getting into pretty soon on the save, just let me know down below. And the follow-up video for trains will be some designing stuff related to highways, so keep a lookout for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please let me know down below, and make sure to like the video. And if you want to see us build any of the things you're seeing on screen live right now, feel free to check out the Twitch. We stream basically everything we do in Satisfactory for our Let's Play on there. Any blueprints that we make on that save, or really anything that are not video specific and made public, they go to Patreon. So if you are interested in getting your hands on some nice blueprints, they are uploaded there. But that's about it for me. Hope you have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, and until next time, peace.
I'm slick with words, tongue sharp, you left in thirds. You pitching verbs, I knock it out, I'm flipping birds. While smoking herbs, I'm blocking out what often hurts. I'm moving herds, it's me, my family.